about secondary lymphoid organs. The lymphocytes which are matured, educated, become immunocompetent in the primary lymphoid organs, migrate into the secondary lymphoid organs, and there they efficiently and effectively interact with antigens and initiate immune response either in the form of humoral immunity or cell-mediated immunity. Examples of secondary lymphoid organs are lymph nodes, spleen and malt. Now coming to know the secondary lymphoid organ, spleen. Where is it located? It is located in the left side of abdominal cavity under the diaphragm. It is an encapsulated organ which divides the organ into two compartments like this. This is the structure of spleen. It is an encapsulated organ. The capsule of connective tissue extends into projections and divides the organ into two compartments, red pulp and white pulp. Red pulp is actually located with sinusoids, lymphocytes, RBC and macrophages. White pulp is located within the red pulp, and splenic artery enters this is the splenic artery. Blood enters through splenic artery. Blood enters through splenic artery, which eventually divides into splenic veins, arterioles like this, and eventually into sinusoids. So this is the overall structure of spleen. These are the sinusoid capillaries and these are the arterioles. White pulp is present in the form of pulse called periarteriolar lymphoid sheath, and pulse is periarteriolar lymphoid sheath is rich in T lymphocytes. Scattered within the pulse there are B lymphocytes, and on interaction with specific antigens, secondary follicles with the germinal centers are developed within the white pulp. They contain actively proliferating B lymphocytes. Here you can see in this magnified spleen structure. What are the functions of spleen? It plays an important role in the breakdown of old red blood cells because red pulp take part in the destruction of old red blood cells. So, it traps the microorganisms which enter the bloodstream and gives immune response either in the form of humoral immunity or cell-mediated immunity. Sometimes both type of immunity are initiated against the antigens. Now coming to know another secondary lymphoid organ, lymph node. What is the structure of lymph node? These are small round bean-shaped structures. You can see like this. Actually, lymph nodes are located throughout our body, in many parts of our body, as you can see in this picture. Like in the neck, armpits, chest and abdomen and in many other parts. They are located to each other by lymphatic system. And the main function of lymph nodes is to trap the antigen that enter the circulatory system called lymph. So this is the structure of spleen. In this picture you can see clearly the histology of spleen, which are small round bean-shaped structures. Lymph enters the lymph node through afferent lymphatic vessels and it comes out of the lymph node through efferent lymphatic vessels. So in this way, antigens which are entered the lymph nodes will be trapped by the antigen presenting cells like macrophages, dendritic cells and these antigen presenting cells process the antigen and present them to lymphocytes to give further immune response. So these are the germinal centers containing actively proliferating B lymphocytes. This is the trabeculae which divides the lymph node into 3 parts. These 3 parts are cortex, paracortex and medulla. You can see here cortex. So lymph nodes are actually encapsulated organs. The capsule of connective tissue extends into projections with subcapsular sinuses. So this is the lymph node structure with the 3 different parts: cortex, paracortex and medulla. Cortex is the outermost layer with clusters of B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes. And primary follicles with lymphocytes are present in the cortex with antigen presenting cells, macrophages and dendritic cells. Whereas paracortex, it is located between cortex and medulla and it is mostly T cell rich area. Whereas medulla, the innermost layer, contains blood vessels, sinuses and medullary pods with the B lymphocytes and macrophages. So what are the functions of lymph?